My name is Sarah Mitchell, and I am 28 years old, and on what I thought was the happiest night of my life, everything changed in a single horrifying moment just hours after saying, "I do." To the love of my life, Leon Archer, our car was hit by a speeding truck, and I barely survived, while he died instantly. The wedding hall, with its golden lights and delicate white flowers and soft music, had felt like a dream. Moments earlier I had laughed, held his hand, danced, and thought our life was finally complete. That illusion shattered in seconds. The impact was violent. Glass shattered, metal twisted, and the world went black. I woke up hours later in a hospital room, my body aching, every breath a struggle. My mother's tears fell silently as she whispered the words I never wanted to hear. He didn't make it. I couldn't comprehend it. My world collapsed. In the following days, the hospital became a prison. My body slowly healed, but my heart was hollow. I saw him everywhere, in memories, in photographs, in empty spaces. He was gone, and so was the life we had planned. The police soon caught the truck driver, but when he finally spoke, my blood ran cold. He confessed. He wasn't just a driver, he was hired to kill someone, had planned everything meticulously, every detail. The car, the route, the timing, everything had been orchestrated, and the person who gave the orders was not a stranger. It was someone I trusted, someone from my own family. This revelation turned my grief into something darker. The wedding night had ended not with joy, but with betrayal and death. Yet, as my father and Leon's father pressed for answers, the story deepened. The driver revealed that he worked for a contractor who gave him instructions, never revealing their true identity. I couldn't believe it. Someone out there had wanted me dead. Days passed, the police traced leads and numbers, yet the contractor vanished, as if he never existed. Time slowed and life became a haze of fear and mourning. Leon's father refused to stop. He used every connection, every private investigator. Trace the one behind this. Everything led back to my sister. My own sister had orchestrated the crash out of envy, resentment, and years of unspoken. Had watched from the shadows as I got the life she believed was words that day cut deeper than any slap or scream since childhood. It was always you, she said. You were the favorite. Everyone loved you more. Everything came easy to you. The perfect husband, the perfect life, everything. I had Leon. She wanted to take everything from me, and her confession left no room for disbelief. The court sentenced her to life imprisonment, but the emotional wounds ran deeper than justice could ever reach. I had lost my husband, my family, my sense of safety, all on one night. Yet the story did not end there. The weeks that followed were filled with tension. Every interaction with family felt strained. Every laugh in the house sounded hollow. Every corner reminded me of what was lost. I relived the crash, the words of my sister, and the sight of Leon's lifeless body over and over again. I realized the scariest truth: it wasn't the accident, it wasn't the driver, it was betrayal from someone I loved, the one person I trusted to never hurt me. She had wanted me dead, and now she was gone behind bars, but the haunting realization of her envy and hatred would remain forever. In the quiet nights, I would hear the echo of her words, the sound of the truck, the laughter of my wedding that turned to screams. I would feel Leon's hand in mine one moment, and then nothing. The emptiness, a constant reminder of that night. Hand. Yet I had to survive. I had to rebuild, though nothing would ever be the same. Even in the court's final decision, even with life imprisonment for her, the void she left could not be filled. I learned that life can change in a single second, that trust can be weaponized, and that love can be lost not just by death, but by the ones you hold closest. I sit now writing this story not to relive the pain, but to warn anyone listening: the people you love most can sometimes hurt you more than any stranger could. I tell this not just as a story, but as a lesson of caution, of heartbreak, and of survival. And though Leon is gone, and my sister imprisoned, the memory of that night will haunt me forever. The wedding hall looked like something out of a dream. Soft golden lights hung from the ceiling like stars glowing over the crowd. White flowers were everywhere, roses and lilies carefully arranged on every table. Music played softly, blending with laughter, conversations, and clinking glasses. Everyone looked happy, and there I stood in my white dress, holding Leon Archer's hand. He looked at me as if the world had shrunk to just us. "Are you happy?" he whispered. I smiled, tears filling my eyes. More than anything, we had been through years of love, struggles, small fights, and big dreams, and now we were finally together forever. My parents were emotional. His parents could not stop smiling, and the air felt perfect, too perfect. After the ceremony, we spent time with everyone, taking pictures, cutting the cake, laughing with friends. Leon never left my side. At one point, he leaned closer and said, "Let's go, I want you all to myself now." I laughed. "I've waited long enough," he said. We said our goodbyes and finally left. The streets were quiet, the city lights blurred through the car window. I leaned on his shoulder. "Can you believe we're married?" I whispered. He kissed my forehead softly. "I've believed it since the day I met you." Everything felt calm, safe, perfect. And then a loud horn. Bright headlights, crash, the world flipped. Glass shattered, metal crushed, my body jerked violently. Darkness, pain, silence. When I opened my eyes, everything was blurry. Beeping, someone crying, someone calling my name. I tried to move. Pain shot through me. "Stay still," someone said. White ceiling, hospital lights. I was alive, but something was terribly wrong. "Leon," I whispered. No answer. I tried again, louder. Still nothing. My mother was in the corner, crying. My father looked away. Fear crawled through me. Then my mother held my hand and whispered the words I had been dreading. He didn't make it. Days passed. My body healed, but my heart was shattered. People told me to be strong, to let time heal, but no one understood the depth of my loss. A week later, the police came with news. They had caught the truck driver. My heart raced. I needed answers. The officer said, "We're still investigating. It might not be as simple as it seems." When I saw him at the police station, bruised, beaten, his eyes held no guilt, only fear. He finally spoke. "I'm not just a driver. I do jobs for money. I kill people." I froze, planned, not random. Someone wanted me dead. Days later, Leon's father called everyone to the house. He walked in, cold, unreadable. "I found him," he said. "The person who gave the order is in this room." Shock spread instantly. My eyes stopped on her, my sister, my own blood. "This is a lie," she shouted. "You're blaming me for no reason." "Enough," Leon's father said. "You think I would say this without proof?" Her small, cold smile broke through. "Yes, I did it." The room exploded. My mother slapped her. My father shook with rage. "You got everything, good life, good grades, good friends, and Leon," she whispered to me. "I had nothing, so I decided if I can't have that life, neither can you. I wanted both of you gone." Leon's father stepped forward, voice deadly calm. "Because of you, my son is dead. You will never be forgiven, and you will remember this for the rest of your life." Moments later, the police arrived and arrested her. Life imprisonment. Justice was served, but nothing felt right. Leon was gone, my life shattered, and the person behind it all was my own sister. I lost my husband and my family on the same night. Even now, years later, I realize the scariest part wasn't the accident, wasn't the driver. It was knowing that someone I trusted, someone I loved, wanted me dead. That truth will haunt me forever.